Hello and welcome to part 14 of my F1 2016 career mode here for the Italian Grand Prix. As for the tyre allocation, we're going to go with softer because tyre wear is very low around this circuit.
Hi, how are you today? The improved package has arrived. We're having it fitted in time for FP1. Have a look at the factory report.
So as you can see, we have a new part fitted to the car for the Italian Grand Prix. The chassis weight has been upgraded so it's 5 kilograms lighter, and as you can see on the left there, Sauber and Ferrari have made a lot of upgrades coming into this Grand Prix. But the practice programs, we've got perfect for track acclimatization, tyre management just about got perfect,
conditions to remain dry for a while.
qualifying place we got complete, so not perfect, but we got 30 resource points from that, and team objectives we met all of them. So we're going to retire from practice 3.
An interesting practice session
And
there,
we got
then.
second.
Let's remind ourselves of the top.
New rival.
Hey, looks like you've got a bit of rivalry going on out there. This is good. Gets people talking about you. Just make sure you outperform them, okay?
Really? Carlos Sainz? I would have thought that Carlos Sainz... It's going to be close, the rivalry, because we're pretty evenly Okay, no, they're 3 cars below us, so I hope to beat him. But we're going to upgrade the fuel efficiency.
The pit lane will be open
and
shortly, which means it's
qualifying is
nearly
here.
time for qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix here in...
So I want to start the race on the super soft tyre because I want to see how that tyre fares in the race, because it could be quick or it just couldn't. It just could fall off really quickly, and the mediums could be faster than it after 2 laps, for example. But we went out for our first flying lap. Starting the lap now, and maxing out in 8th gear already. But coming to the end of that, Raikkonen's gone purple. So we were 7 tenths up through the middle sector, and we 88 thousandths off pole. That was exactly the gap from in Hungary. But I'll let you watch this lap because it was probably one of my best qualifying laps ever.
Roman's in P4 at the moment.
So a 1 minute 21.3.
Good job.
And if that was in time trial, that would have been about 3 tenths off the world record as of September the 5th. So
qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow.
got pole by
Your top 3
3.5
are
tenths of a second, I'd say.
Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself.
There you can see
Join us
Ultimate
tomorrow,
AI.
where we'll be
I used
live
Ultimate
with all the
AI
action.
for Australia,
And until
Belgium
then,
and Italy,
it's
and the
goodbye.
races in between I was on Legend, because after Australia I really wasn't enjoying career mode because it was not enjoyable being like really slow.
The Italians love their cars and they love their racing. And of course, they love it here at Monza. Home race for Ferrari,
And it's being
of course,
gobbled up
who've
by
had 18
everyone
wins here since
in the
1950.
pack and a
You know,
mid
there's
pack.
not been
But
so much luck for the locals in the cockpit recently. The last Italian driver to win this race was back in 1966. So what now? I think it's time to make some more history here today. With top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, few places can hope to touch Monza's crown as the fastest circuit in Formula One. Hard braking zones going into 3 chicanes make up the majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6-mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't enough, well, 2 DRS zones will help encourage some close action. It's a very tight turn 1 here and a very big braking zone. It's a corner, Anthony Davidson, where we've seen a number of lap 1 incidents in the past.
As you say, it's a very small piece of track when you have more than just one car trying to go through it. The actual run down towards the chicane is quite wide, so off the start, we'll often see drivers running 2 or maybe 3 abreast as they come up towards the braking zone. Everyone wants to brake late, of course, to win track position, and that tends to be where we see a lot of contact. And you'll see the more experienced drivers kind of hang back a little into here and focus more on picking up the pieces from other people's incidents.
Okay, remember to protect the inside on the run down to turn 1. Make yourself as wide as possible, robust but fair.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It's Haas in pole position then, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Vettel, Rosberg, Romain Grosjean and Kvyat, Massa, Hamilton, Sainz and Nico Hülkenberg, Perez, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen, Ericsson, Magnussen, Jenson Button and Fernando Alonso, Nasser and Palmer, Rio Haryanto and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so
race strategy is a 3-stop and potentially a 4. That means the tyre wear is extraordinary. But we went with the 3-stop and 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Away we go. Raikkonen got a fairly average start, but we shot off the line. And now heading towards turn 1. Brake very late, hit the apex, missed it slightly, hit the second apex, and Vettel's almost thought about an overtake on us, but just in replay to see what happened into turn 1. No troubles for us, but as we come through Curva Grande, Vettel is planning to do an overtake on us before into this corner, but no, he doesn't do it. And for some reason, me and Vettel have pulled an insane gap on the cars behind after what, 5 corners? Don't know what happened. Don't know what's happened there, but we run wide slightly there, and Vettel's in our slipstream. We're going to defend the inside line, so he has to go all the way around our outside, but he tucks into the slipstream. And as we approach the Scari corner now, doesn't overtake us, hit the curb, and on this straight he's going to have our slipstream, so we pull off to the left so he doesn't get that speed advantage. But the sheer horsepower of the engine, of the Ferrari engine, is something else. And coming to the end of lap 1 now to start lap 2. Fastest lap, obviously, because we're the leader. But end of lap 2, we pulled a small gap to the car, to Vettel, but safety car. So what happened to Sergio Perez here? So does he lose a wheel? So he goes up the inside of the Red Bull, and it's just simply an engine failure again. So many, these engines on these games, so unreliable. But hit the pit limiter nicely. We're going to pit, this safety car was perfectly timed because we were going to come into the pits at the end of lap 4. So couldn't have timed that any better. Give me a good stop, please. Average, but it's going to be interesting now to see if there's any cars between me and Sebastian Vettel, because don't remember, some cars might be staying up because they're all mediums or anything. So see what happens when we go up the inside of Ericsson. No, we have to give the position back. So we run wide and let him through. Almost beached ourselves in the grass and the gravel there. That could have been disastrous for our race. But the safety car's coming in at the end of lap 6. So we don't have to pit at the end of lap 8. I could probably stretch these out until about lap 10 or so, lap 11. So more likely lap 10, but safety car restart. Two Force Indias are leading this Grand Prix, I think. But we try and go to slipstream of Ericsson, but he completely runs himself off the track, which hampers your straight line speed massively on this game. So it'd be interesting to see if he keeps that P4 or not. But thought about the move up the inside. Okay, no, it's not the two Force Indias in the lead. It's Verstappen and Perez, not Hulkenberg and Perez, which I originally thought it was. But because the preview screen's so small, but we're getting slipstream and go round the outside at Curve Grande, and we're just going to get that move on the replay there. So tucked into the slipstream, pulled to the outside, almost like Sebastian Vettel and Alonso in 2011 and 2012, but I think it's 2012. But anyway, caught up to the back of Bottas, come into Lesmo 1, and then get a relatively good exit coming into Lesmo 2. Try and get the best exit possible to get good straight line speed on this straight. Remember, DRS is only active 2 laps after the safety cars come in. We pull to the outside, take the lead of the Grand Prix, brake relatively late and hang it round the outside going into Ascari. Nice move from us there, and just getting that move on the replay again, because I just wanted to see what this move looked like. So we just simply flew round his outside there. But at the end of lap 11, so we made those super softs last 7 laps. So come into the pits. I hope they give me a good stop, because I'm going onto the soft compound tyre, and I hope to go till about lap 20 and then fit a set of mediums. Because if I'm in a battle with anyone, I want the tyres to battle them, not just park the bus and conserve like so much. But Kvyat's come out ahead of us. It'll be interesting to see if we're actually fighting him, because he's only done 1 stop, as you can see there. So maybe he's going to go until about lap 17 and pit for a set of softs and go to the end. So potentially the Toro Rossos could win this Grand Prix again. Because as you remember last race, the Toro Rosso and Red Bull crews were strategic gods. And well, we never know. This could be for position, like I keep saying, but just don't know what to say if this is for position. But I'm going to try and overtake Kvyat, pull to the left, and then pull to the right, get a bit of slipstream, and because we've got significant straight line speed up against that Toro Rosso, we saw past him, hit the apex of turn 2, and we've got Kvyat. So hopefully we can pull away. Yes, we did pull away. Coming to the end of lap 14. Joey and Palmer is out of the race. So we're going to see what his car had wrong with it. So it's just another sensational engine failure. What is it with the AI and massive engine failures? At the end of lap 19, we're going to come into the pits for a set of mediums. So we did 4 laps on the super softs, 7 laps on the super softs, 8 laps on the soft tyres, and we're going to do 8 laps on the medium tyre as well, if you include lap 20 in it as well. So
Exit now.
we've definitely got the tyres to go to the end, so hopefully we can push as hard as we can now until the end of this race,
Up to speed.
and hopefully maintain that gap to the cars behind us. No one coming out anywhere near us. We come out in the lead again, but another safety car. So potentially it's for the Toro Rosso. No, it can't be for that, surely. I mean, no, you don't, unless it's for that debris that fell off. Oh, okay, here it is. So simply, our teammate collides with Raikkonen, and that's disastrous for his race if he's lost his front wing. But like I was saying, there couldn't have been a safety car for the Perez for the Force India Toro Rosso incident, because that's too light. Come on now. And safety car in this lap. So at the end of lap 25, we potentially could have got away with pitting for a set of super softs or another set of softs, but no, we definitely wouldn't have got away with super softs, but softs potentially. So we're gonna have to hope that we drop Vettel and Bottas behind us and just simply pull away. Be interesting to see who finishes on the podium order will be, because remember, there's cars behind that could easily overtake. For all we know, someone like Pascal Wehrlein could win this race, but I highly doubt it. But penultimate lap now, and no one caught us apart from the Mercedes and the Williams were having a sensational battle, but no one touched us this afternoon really, and we win the Italian Grand Prix.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
Our drivers are making their way out for the so then it's time
So
to
the
see how
podium
this
order
result
stayed the
affects
same.
the Drivers' Championship. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Moving on to the driver of the day then, Anthony Davidson. Who would you go for?
Oh, well, I'm a bit spoilt for choice, Crofty. My instinct says Valtteri Bottas, and looking down the field, no one really jumps out at me to make me change my mind.
And here's how things are
Bottas got
shaping up
driver
in the
of the
Constructors' Championship. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Sauber, whose
Looking
good
down the
results
order
moves
now.
them further up the championship. After all that
So
excitement,
many
it's time
penalties
for a
down
lie
at the
down, I think.
bottom.
Thanks for joining us, and goodbye.
There must have
until
been
the
a
next race.
lot of accidents down there. As you can see, Ultimate AI, which I'll be using from now here on in until the end of this career mode, or whenever it is at the end of the 10 seasons, I hope. But it's going to be a massive challenge to get to the end of those 10 seasons, but we're going to give it our best shot. Drivers' Championship, we've moved up. Achievement unlocked. I explained that earlier on in the video, so I don't need to explain that again. Just looking down the drivers' order now, drivers' championship order now. Constructors, we remain where we are. So I'll let you to enjoy the rest of this video. Leave you to enjoy the rest of this video, sorry. So like if you want to see more, it really helps me out and lets me know if you want to see more. Subscribe if you're new and join me on this journey to bring Haas to the front. And goodbye.